So what do you want to do for the video?
I don't know, man.
I guess we can just come up with some ideas right now, and then get started on that.
Yeah. Okay, make sure you get those guys on the right.
Alright, see you, Cap.
See ya.
So, due to some unforeseen technical difficulties, we didn't get a whole lot of riding done last attempt. So, we're gonna see what we can do today. I think I got an idea or two that might work. So, we'll try it. So one idea I was coming up with was maybe like interviewing people from the ward and stuff, because it's the ward Christmas party. Interview them about Christmas and things like that, or I don't know.
Like, who do you think we should get for it?
Well, if we're doing the, interviewing the ward, then we'll need to try and get a variety of different people, different ages, different genders.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Or do we want to like try something a little more humorous, like filming us going through the frustrations of putting up Christmas tree lights or something like that?
Yeah, falling off the ladder and stuff.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Maybe we could film us doing something service-oriented, like, bringing someone some firewood, or I know, maybe we could make some cookies for somebody. That's a real Christmassy thing to do.
Yeah, give the movie that that feel good touch.
Yeah.
Like the
tearjerker type stuff.
Make the word cry.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Let's do it.
Okay.
No, it's not. Oh. Whose phone is that? Oh crap! That one's on fire. Here they are.
And those look pretty good.
Yeah. All ready for the McGonagalls.
Aren't the McGonagalls? Aren't they on some like no sugar diet type thing?
The hard thing about this movie is we gotta please the whole ward. So we got age groups from, newborn to elderly.
Yeah. I hear you.
Due to circumstances beyond our control, the cookie idea fell through, so we decided to switch to plan. What are we on now?
I don't know, C, D.
So we figured try and maybe reenact some scenes from some classic Christmas movies. I think we'll start with Wonderful Life.
What is it you want, Barry? What do you want? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Charlie Brown is a blockhead, but he did get a nice tree.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you get a revolver like him.
Yeah.
Our pick won't be that small either, so we'll have to stand back.
Yeah. Happy birthday! On this hill, there's not much that glimpse there. I didn't take pictures. Show his face some more. There you go.
I got you, Cindy Lou.
That's good. That's great. Gold and silver. Silver and gold. Wahoo!
Let's watch that one. Just gotta give it a little lick.
Do you know where this has been?
Oh yeah.
I think there must be something wrong with me, Linus. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy. I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel.
Alright, ready when you are.
Okay. Your beard doesn't have one of those things that go around your ear.
That's because it's real. Just like I'm really Santa Claus.
Oh, go ahead and pull it. What we were doing is we were going to go around and we were going to interview some people from the ward, just talking with them about Christmassy type stuff. That you just like around Christmas time, foods and
Like I've told other people and told you that people say, "How's your Christmas?" And my typical response is, "I've never had a bad one."
You know, it just seems like no matter where you go, people are friendlier, they are nicer. You hear Merry Christmas and have a nice season. So I love that about this time of year.
The presents.
The presents? Yeah?
Of course. That's like every kid's favorite part.
Christmas music. Because that's my favorite part, probably. Think of like my grandma's room playing the piano. You can hear it before you can go inside the house.
Have a snowball fight. Christmas vacation.
I remember the many years of school where we had the Christmas concerts, the band and the chorus. And when we're singing in sacrament meeting and we sing those old hymns that we sang in choir, I catch myself singing them like I learned them in choir, with the breaks and the enunciations and the definite T's and silent night. And it brings back wonderful, wonderful memories of my youth.
I've thought about why is Christmas so memorable to me as a child, because we did exactly the same thing every year, and so Christmas is just one big memory of how Christmas is.
About 19 years into our marriage, when my husband gave me a sleeping bag, and he had it nicely wrapped, insisted that I unroll the sleeping bag and have a closer look at it. So I pulled it out of the box and I unrolled it, and there was a beautiful little golden ring in there with a diamond on it, and that was our wedding ring, sort of.
I don't know if I've ever received a bad gift. I'm sure I've received some cheap ones before.
We had a lot of fun. Once we'd take one day and go up to Medford and spend several hours in the mall or wherever it might be, picking out that one little special something for everybody. Fun, I think, was not what you got, but finding that one little present for everybody that everyone might appreciate. So that
Michael, a few years after we were married, he decided he was going to make his mother a grandmother clock. Adds a highlight to the Christmases when you have when there's a opportunity to make a special gift for someone. You're very excited about getting that gift to someone and seeing their eyes light up and the joy of that.
Oh, I like eating all the food on Christmas.
Turkey. I like turkey.
You like turkey?
Ham.
Turkey.
We eat pie.
Pie.
A ridiculous amount of pie.
That's the problem.
Yeah?
Our dad, the first time we got eggnog, we never even knew we had it until we found the empty thing in our garbage.
Oh, really?
Christmas morning, we had a part of the breakfast is we would have a rather large assortment of different cheeses that we tried, and every year we tried some different ones. Bring back some of the old favorites, but then
For Christmas dinner, we usually have lamb.
Oh, okay.
Because lamb is probably the most common meat in Australia, and my kids have all grown to love lamb. And
Doris and Glenn would get together and make the dressing to stuff the turkey. Quite sure how you went about stuffing a turkey completely. So they got out a recipe book and they started putting, well, I don't like this, she said, and I don't like that, said Brother Glenn. They couldn't quite get it to mix up right. So they, well, we'll boil it. We'll bring it to a boil, and if we bring it to a boil, we can stick it, which it did. They stuck it together and they stuffed it in the turkey, and the turkey was beautiful, and it came out, and they pulled the dressing out, and it was one hard ball that you couldn't even cut with a knife.
I don't have to put their name on them. They each have their own individual wrapping paper. And so I stick them underneath the tree so no one knows which presents to peek at. And then we kind of unravel the puzzle on Christmas morning.
The tradition that we always had was the Christmas pickle. In Germany, they would hide a pickle in the Christmas tree, and the next morning the child who found it would get an extra gift. Well, we do it as the child who finds it gets to open the first present.
And we would take giant diaper pins and pin a pillowcase to the foot of our bed, because I guess Australian children must be greedy. Stockings just don't hold enough.
On Christmas Eve, we all get to open one present, and we usually get an ornament each year.
Our dad makes us stay at the top of the stairs, and we have to all come down together and hands us stockings one by one.
We used to get up, go down, do all our chores, come in and eat breakfast, a great big breakfast that took at least an hour. We'd clean up all the dishes and do all this prior to going into the room and opening presents. Stretches Christmas out. You go in there and you rush in there and open all the presents and bang, it's over by 6:30 a.m.
They're called crackers here, but actually we call them bonbons. And we put one on each plate at Christmas dinner. And you and your neighbor take one end of it and you pull it, and when you pull it, it goes bang, and out comes a paper hat, a toy, and a joke. And so everyone has to read the joke before we start the meal, and everyone has to wear the paper hat.
We also have a Christmas stocking tradition where we generally have a weapon in our Christmas stockings for Christmas morning. We've had small dollar store bows and arrows, and we've had a great many different kinds of pop guns and Nerf guns. And we have a great time with a Christmas battle.
I don't know, Christmas means family, all our family coming.
When you're gathered around the tree with your family, and it's not about the present opening and stuff, but you feel this love.
And one of our favorite things about Christmas was Juanita's mom and dad. We always look forward to them coming every Christmas morning and opening the presents with our family.
Of course, it means the birth of the Savior and everything that comes with that. And then wrapped up around that is family and spending time with family. And
Really enjoy the emphasis that people are putting in trying to bring the Savior into our Christmas, because it's a wonderful time to remember.
Is when I was a little girl, I had quite a few dolls and stuffed animals, and from these different creatures and dolls, I would make my own nativity scene. And I would get that set up in our hall by the heater. I would stand back and admire that nativity, and I can't express how very beautiful that was to me. To me, that was just as beautiful as the finest nativity ever. So from a very young age, I have had a testimony of the birth of the Savior, and the Savior being very, very real to me.
Of course, the birth of the Savior, that's, our whole lives center, or should center around the Savior. It's nice that we get to celebrate his birth and remember him, and it's sometimes too bad we don't do that all year long, like we should.